She's a capable pivot person, Ted, but aside her, or opposite her, is Ruth Riley, described by Mimi Griffin as one of the top 5 centers in the women's college basketball game. I think she's even better than that, putting herself in maybe 1 or 2 with her performances this year.
The officials, Dennis DeMaio, Joanne Aldrich, and Bill Titus, and the Fighting Irish have the basketball. This is Niele Ivey.
And right off the top, Rutgers with a little surprise. Dana Bonin, who usually backs up Sutton Brown, is in the starting lineup.
And the loose ball is picked up by Tasha Pointer. Wow, does she have quick hands. And blowing the easy shot is Tammy Sutton Brown, and here's Notre Dame. And they turn it over, and you can sense both clubs a little bit tight here, Doris, off the start, because this is such an important game for each team.
Yeah, both coaches know, and both respective teams know that this is a huge game in terms of the Big East Conference standing. Of course, Connecticut ahead of everybody, but one game separating these two teams, and you want to win this basketball game for the seeding of the Big East tournament.
This is Stewart. She falls down, and we get a whistle of the first foul of the game.
You know, it's going to go on Niele Ivey out front for Notre Dame, and Notre Dame will play a lot of zone today. Muffet famous for that 2-3 zone that she employs. And Niele Ivey, one of the most improved players for Notre Dame.
You really like her game, don't you?
Well, I just think in terms of college basketball, you need an organizer and a smart point guard, and with Niele, you get that.
Looking at that 2-3 zone, this is Stewart.
If there's a weakness to Rutgers' game, I would say it's can they consistently hit the perimeter jump shot, and that's what Muffet is looking to answer right here.
This is Stewart, and the rebound for Ruth Riley. Clears for Ivey, and the Irish on the attack. Nice lead. But Rutgers back to defend. And the 3 from Sheila McMillan. And the rebound for big Tammy Sutton Brown. Here comes the Scarlet Knights. Nice look inside, and Stewart gives the Knights the lead, 2-0.
Now, we talked earlier about Niele Ivey at the point spot. Natasha Pointer also second in the conference behind Ivey in assists, and a capable player. Loves to push the tempo.
Rutgers really aggressive defensively. And the Irish can shoot it. And we got a traveling violation on Sheila McMillan.
Well, both clubs opening zone. The bread and butter for Rutgers defensively, typically a 1-3-1, but they're going to throw an awful lot of looks at this Notre Dame club, and it's up to Ivey to recognize and adjust.
You know, Doris, it seems like every team in the country, men's and women's, loves to play zone. Some sort of derivative of 2-3 zone we see in virtually every game. Don't see much man-to-man straight defense at all.
You see a lot of teams mixing it up, trying to keep other people off balance.
Stewart misses the tray, and Ivey with the quick hand. Here's Notre Dame with a semi-break. This is McMillan. Now Ivey for 3. She hits.
There's the difference from Niele Ivey a year ago. You give her that wide-open perimeter jump shot, it was an iffy proposition, her knocking it down. She's a much better shooter, and that's why Notre Dame is ninth in the country in scoring.
A sweet shot from Ivey, and the Irish with the lead. Rutgers looking for movement. Tammy Sutton Brown on the post.
Good call. Gets called for the travel, and you saw Ruth Riley take a jump back and force Sutton Brown to pick up the pivot foot.
Quick look down court. And it's an air ball. Not a good shot there by Danielle Green. This is Riley with the follow-on. She's so adept at offensive rebounding, Doris.
Well, she understands positioning, and Danielle Bonin actually has good position inside, just didn't put a body on Riley. At 6'5", you must move her out of the paint.
Irish with a 3-point edge. Rutgers trying to work against that 2-3 zone. Stewart with an air ball. And Bonin with the rebound. Stewart missing again. And the loose ball grabbed, and we have a jump ball. And I've got to ask you right off the bat about that new rule, Doris. That rule drives me crazy. I cannot stand that new jump ball rule is here in college basketball. I think it puts too much pressure on the officials. The 3 from the right side is up and in. Tamora Young drains the trend. We're tied at 5.
You know, a quick hit, and Tamora Young, I think, is critical for the Scarlet Knights. She's got to shoot the ball like she was shooting it a year ago.
Ball is loose. Nice hands by Ivey. And we get a traveling violation. And Rutgers will get the ball back.
Both clubs a little bit sloppy to start, and you talked to both coaches, and both were concerned about this. They said, our kids are going to be so jacked up, we're afraid it's going to take them out of their rhythm. And through the first 4 minutes, we're seeing exactly that.
Rutgers get something to drop from the perimeter. Dana Bonin misses, and here comes the Irish looking to regain the lead. The lead inside is too strong, and here's Tasha Pointer in transition, taking it to the rack and not getting the roll and the rebound for Notre Dame's Danielle Green.
Now, you see Natasha Pointer finish that shot most times, only 5'6", but I'm telling you, she can flat out score when she gets close to the hole.
She did it last week in their win against Boston College. Now the entry pass into the post, and that's not a good entry pass. And a timeout with 15:55 to play in a tie game for the game. And so far at Dorisburg, both clubs really struggling from the perimeter in this basketball game.
You know, when you talk about games that, in terms of importance, I think you see in both clubs early on a little bit of maybe over-anxiousness. Natasha Pointer, the leader of this Rutgers club from the point guard spot, combined 4 of 14 shooting to start, and I think that's some of the jitters. And look for Pointer to get this team in transition and get them some easy shots. That is what she does best.
So it's the age-old question here, Dorisburg. Is this outstanding defense, or is this two teams offensively that are really struggling?
I think it's just two teams that are very anxious to win this basketball game. As you see, Notre Dame 6 turnovers to start this basketball game. Now, this team comes in averaging almost 20 a game, Notre Dame. But let's remember, they get up and down the floor, 9th in the country in scoring. They're going to have more turnovers than most. But Muffet has got to be concerned early.
You know, you talk about the Irish, Doris, and they didn't get in until 1:30 in the morning last night with travel problems from the Midwest. How much of a factor is that?
Well, I think it's a huge factor, especially from a defensive standpoint. Muffet was going to throw some triangle and 2 and box and 1. She said, I don't know. Just prior to tip, she said, I don't know if I can do that. We didn't have time to work on it.
Now, Pointer dribble penetrates, and she's called for traveling. So you're right, Doris. Both these clubs looking to kind of force things offensively as opposed to letting the game come to them.
Well, both clubs, I think, more comfortable, and especially Muffet's club, more comfortable in transition. It's been a long time since Notre Dame has had to execute their offense, and Rutgers forcing them to do it.
And not a good entry pass, and Tamara Young with the steal. Quick hands by Tamara Young defensively. That's one thing that impresses me about this Rutgers team is they are so active with their hands defensively. And now the steal by Ivy. A lead down court for Charissa Hills, who just checked in. That ball goes out of bounds. So the turnovers have really been the primary focus so far in this game.
Say, if you're playing pickup and you've got somebody on the sideline waiting, they might throw one of these two teams off the way they're playing to start this one. They're just both struggling.
Let's see if Rutgers can loosen this defense up with some perimeter shooting. Now Bonin in the lane for Sutton Brown. Gets to the rack, but can't get it to drop as it's overshot. And here comes Sheila McMillan for the Irish.
We talked to Muffet. She said, we want to establish Ruth Riley early, but thus far, as you see the ball go into the post, Bonin and Sutton Brown paying a lot of attention to Ruth Riley, and Muffet saying, hey, we can't force it. Let's shoot the perimeter jump shot. Here's the double team. They wanted to establish Ruth Riley, but the entry pass too long, and Ruth a little bit frustrated. The two jerseys, Bonin and Sutton Brown. Lots of attention down there on the block for Ruth Riley. She's not going to lack for company.
That's 9 turnovers for the Irish. Sutton Brown to the rack and can't get the roll. And Riley able to track it down in the corner. And a foul on Tammy Sutton Brown. You know, I can't fault Ruth Riley at all, Doris. I think that Rutgers is doing a terrific job of double teaming her. And as you alluded to in the last possession, the people making that entry pass to the post are not making an effective pass.
No, Notre Dame is a better club than they're showing early on. Both of these teams are, and I think they'll settle down. They'll get Ruth the basketball. But the key to that is you got to shoot the perimeter jump shot against this zone. Shoot it, loosen up the defense.
And Dana Bonin going to the bench. And we see Coco Eggleston getting some run here. She wears number 5. And a whistle. And a 3-second violation. Wow. 14 possessions for Notre Dame and 10 turnovers as we see substitutions aplenty. Muffet McGraw really looking for somebody to jumpstart her club. And the question is, can it be somebody like Erica Haney, the 6'1 freshman from Toledo, Ohio?
Well, Haney has been playing extremely well, but you look at Tammy Sutton Brown. When you talk to her coaching staff, they say Sutton Brown needs to start a game off strong. Her confidence can be determined in the first couple of minutes. Well, they've got to be concerned with her start. She's missed some easy shots.
And Linda Miles in the game as well. And the shot is up and in for Stewart. And Rutgers finally able to score. It's a 2-point lead for the Scarlet Knights with under 14 minutes remaining here in a very low-scoring, defense-oriented first half.
Well, if Rutgers is going to loosen up the zone, it'll be Shawnetta Stewart or Tamora Young with the jump shot.
And the putback no good by Erica Haney, but a foul on the inside on Rutgers.
Well, Erica Haney, just a freshman from Muffet McGraw. But I'll tell you this, she's got tremendous upside. She's a kid who's 6'1", tremendous quick. Was a top 40 recruit coming out of high school for Muffet a year ago. And someone she is extremely high on.
66% from the charity stripe, and she connects. And we're tied at 7. Nice look. Here's Pointer to the goal.
Well, that's a little hello for Natasha Pointer, those watching in Chicago. She's got a lot of family watching out there. She said, say hi to her, and I'll try to do something nice at the start of the game.
She sure does. She is so aggressive with dribble penetration. And the 3 by Ivy is too strong and slapped out of bounds. It'll be Notre Dame ball. Sheila McMillan is set to check back in.
Here's the Big East Conference assist leader, over 6 per game. Niele Ivy's got to get this club started.
This is Riley finally getting a good look, and she draws a foul on the inside. That's the first good look she's had all game, and she's going to get some points.
Yeah, and she did it on her own, too, a little bit. I mean, they throw the high lob, but she had to use the bounce to get herself close. And we'll get a little look at it. See, Sheila McMillan just tries to rub the defense. She steps back, then uses the bounce to get close. And Linda Miles, and not enough size in there to check that.
Wow, she misses the free throw. 68.5% for Ruth. And you know what amazes me, Doris, when I look at the numbers, she is shooting 67% plus from the floor, and she misses both free throws, and Miles with the rebound, and here comes Rutgers. This is Young. Now Pointer. Stewart. Good ball movement here by the Knights.
Great look.
Coco Eggleston set up perfectly, couldn't finish. Miles with it and a foul on the inside. So it's clear that Rutgers has been the aggressor, particularly on the offensive end.
Now, Rutgers knows coming into this basketball game that Notre Dame out-rebounds its opponents by 11, but check out the dish. Natasha Pointer gets baseline, and they can't finish, but Miles is a key for them. 6'1", but tremendous springs. She has got to be active on the offensive glass for this team to be successful. Just a sophomore.
And the foul on Ruth Riley, first personal, second on the team. 3 team fouls on Rutgers with 12:24 remaining, and Miles will go again.
Well, if Ruth Riley gets into foul trouble, that drastically changes the Notre Dame game plan.
And the ball is loose, and we get a whistle and a foul.
That's when you don't want Pointer to commit. I mean, she comes into this ball game averaging nearly 34 minutes. You need her on the floor. She's not making a play. She's got to understand, hey, what's a smart foul, what's not. Check out the rebounding numbers. 12-4, Notre Dame all over the glass. Typical of a Muffet McGraw coach team.
They got to try to convert on this end. And this is Riley with the follow, and she connects. That's Riley at her best.
Well, again, a 6'5", you've got to do more than just put a body on. You've got to get her out of the paint as much as you can.
4 points for Ruth Riley. It's a 10-9 lead for the Knights. Trying to get something to drop for the perimeter.
Well, this 2-3 is extended on both the guard and forward spots. Everybody's stepping out.
And we got bodies in the lane and a foul on Notre Dame. It appears it's going to go against Danielle Green.
Yeah, it certainly is. Danielle Green playing the 3 spot at 5'8". Tremendous rebounder, but just too much body.
And we get a timeout. It has been defense and rebounding here in this first half, with Rutgers a 10-9 advantage, and we're back with more. Brandis alongside Doris Burke. And Doris, we take a look at the turnovers. Notre Dame with 10 turnovers. They are, I think, very, very passive offensively.
Well, I think they're starting this basketball game a little bit tight, and I think Muffet has got to be concerned that she couldn't get the practice in yesterday. You alluded to it, the travel difficulties, some delays. And if they're going to get organized, it's going to start with this young lady right here, Niele Ivey, their point guard, their leader, their most improved player. And those turnovers not coming in transition, Ted. Those are coming in their half-court set.
30 seconds of the shot clock for the Scarlet Knights. This is Tamora Young, 5'10" senior from Red Bank Regional High School in Red Bank, New Jersey. Top pointer.
You see the 2-3 really extends. The guards will spread out wide. You might see Rutgers attack right there at the foul line area.
That's a good call for us. They get it inside, and that's Candy Sutton-Brown getting a good look on the post.
Well, Natasha Pointer draws the defense, steps to the gap, and then Sutton-Brown so good at sealing the defense.
I can tell you've had Rutgers before, Doris. You know what they're running. And now they get a transition opportunity. This is Pointer for Stewart. And the rebound for the Fighting Irish. And we get the held ball situation. It'll be Notre Dame basketball.
Nice job by Stewart. Couldn't quite finish in transition, but she does get the tie-up, and possession arrow goes back, but off the board, Shy at 5'11", tremendous rebounder. The bounce. The defense makes it a tough shot, but then watch Shy. She ties him up right there at the end.
Perimeter shot by Danielle Green. And the rebound for Linda Miles. 2-on-1 if they hurry. This is Pointer. She connects.
So dangerous in the open floor. Tamora Young is an outstanding passer, second on the team in assists, and you see why there in the open floor.
4 points for Tasha Pointer, and Rutgers by 5 as we approach 10 minutes. Notre Dame struggling in the half-court offense.
Fast break points. Rutgers all over Notre Dame. A little bit of a surprise there. Notre Dame yet to score in transition.
We see Julie Henderson making an appearance. She normally doesn't get a lot of run. Last game against Villanova, 12 minutes, 0.7 rebounds, but she does bring some aggressiveness. Is that something that Muffet McGraw is going to look for from her?
I think right now Muffet looking for any combination that'll work. Her club is just turning it over almost every possession.
Sutton-Brown in the post, but she follows her own missed shot, and she will go to the strike.
Well, here's her opportunity to step up. 6'5" Ruth Riley's on the bench, so there's not as much size in Muffet's lineup. And so they look to get Sutton-Brown the basketball. Good entry pass there from Pointer. She misses the chippy, but look, stick with it, go to the glass, get yourself another opportunity.
I think you're right. I think the Rutgers is going to run offense to Tammy Sutton-Brown virtually every possession to try to take advantage of that mismatch, as we see Kelly Seaman returning for the Fighting Irish. And Kelly's an interesting story. 6'2" sophomore from Edina High School, Edina, Minnesota. She is the daughter of former Minnesota Vikings lineman Jeff Seaman, who played in 3 Super Bowls and 4 Pro Bowls. And Tammy Sutton-Brown getting the roll. 16-9 for Rutgers. And we get a 20-second timeout for Notre Dame head coach Muffet McGraw. What's she telling her troops here, Doris?
Well, Rutgers off the made free throw by Sutton-Brown went into a full court pressure situation, a little diamond look. And I think Muffet concerned about how they were aligning against it. She certainly didn't want another turnover in this situation, so she's going to address how to attack that zone pressure.
I've really been impressed by the aggressiveness of the Rutgers team. I had the chance to talk to Vivian Stringer before the game, and she talked a lot about playing Rutgers basketball with passion and emotion and playing that full 40 minutes. And we take a look at Sutton-Brown, and we also take a look at Rutgers getting 7 points off turnovers. I mean, to me, a lot of that is hustle and passion and emotion.
Well, Vivian Stringer, one of the most known as defensive minds in the women's college game, the only coach to take 3 different teams to the NCAA tournament. She just flat out knows how to win.
We see this defense by Rutgers forcing Notre Dame to scramble. And Danielle Green getting the roll.
Well, Danielle Green has struggled early on in this basketball game, but she might be the key. She can put the ball on the floor, and against the zone, if you can attack gaps and pull up and shoot the jump shot, you can be effective.
A little bit of a different look from Rutgers on that last defensive series. A little bit of a run and jump, but you're right. On that last possession, Dora, Danielle Green did a good job of attacking it, and they got a decent look.
You've got to break the zone down either with shooting or dribble penetration.
And a traveling violation on Shawnetta Stewart. And she's the leading scorer for the Scarlet Knights, better than 14 points per game. They haven't really been able to get her a lot of decent looks.
No, she is shooting the ball well. They are very dangerous. And how about at 5'11", averaging almost 8 boards? Shawnetta Stewart can do a little bit of everything.
McMillan for 3, and she hits.
McMillan, the senior, she's the lone holdover from the Final Four club in '97. And she can flat out shoot it if you get her set with the basketball.
That's her first bucket, has 3, and we got a 2-point ball game now. Rutgers with the ball in the lead. That's real good anticipation by Ivy to slide over and knock that ball out of bounds. And here comes Ruth Riley, so she didn't get much of a rest. And we see Julie Henderson going to the bench for the Irish. And 15 on the shot clock. This is Tasha Poyer. She runs the club so effectively for Vivian Stringer's ball club. Now Stewart, shot clock at 5. This is Young, and it's too strong. But Stewart with the big offensive rebound.
She's only, as I said, only 5'11", but 7th in the conference in rebounding. Just has a nose for the basketball, Shawnetta Stewart.
They get a fresh shot clock. Into Miles. She hits.
I tell you, if you're Rutgers, that is good news. Miles has struggled. And to see her put it on the floor and pull up, sweet stroke.
3 points for Miles, a 4-point lead for the Knights. Danielle Green for the foul line. Yes, sir.
Well, Danielle Green, a streaky kind of kid. Now 2 in a row, so if you're Rutgers, now you got to shade her side. Find her defensively.
It hasn't been the high-scoring matchup we anticipated, but a tight, close, ferocious ball game. And the turnover as that pass into the lane was a little bit too strong, and here come the Fighting Irish. McMillan for 3. It's good.
And she is the all-time tray leader in Notre Dame history, or she's approaching that behind Beth Morgan.
Sheila McMillan with 6 points, and just like that, the Irish have a 19-18 lead. 22nd timeout with 7:42 remaining, and the Irish, who have struggled here, Doris, and Sheila McMillan giving them the lead with a huge tray.
Well, when you're struggling, you look to your seniors to take you out of it. Muffet trying to exhort her troops. Sheila McMillan has knocked down 2 trays, and Danielle Green has knocked down a couple of shots. So your more experienced kids starting to step up, and this is in transition, and McMillan just trailing the play, spots up, the defense doesn't commit, and she says, yes, sir. Give me some more of those open looks.
Oh, she got a terrific look. And the Irish, a 19-18 advantage as we approach 7.5 minutes remaining here in this first half. This is Linda Miles. Now for Stewart, they got to get her some more looks. Pointer has to chase it.
This is an aggressive 2-3, high and wide in every angle.
This is Linda Miles, the lefty. And it'll be Notre Dame basketball. So the Irish getting back into it, and a timeout on the floor with 7:16 remaining here in the first. On their heels the whole half. But Doris Burke, it's been Sheila McMillan bringing them back. They've got a 19-18 lead thanks to 2 trays.
Now, you give her looks like this, you see the defense comes in way too late. Sheila McMillan, one of the best shooters in all of college basketball. She is 2nd all-time in Notre Dame history. As you see, she's assisting in that 50% margin from the 3-point line. But she's a capable shooter. She's got 8 games of 20 or more points and has been known throughout her career primarily as just a stand-up shooter.
You get her good looks. Wow, it's money in the bank, and they've nailed 3 threes. They have a chance to add to the lead. This is McMillan again for 3. She hits again. Sheila McMillan with 3 trays, and the Irish have a 22-18 advantage.
Really inexcusable when a player hits 2 like that, especially McMillan. You shade her. You don't leave her.
What a sweet shot. Let's see if Rutgers can counter here. Notre Dame has really picked it up defensively. This is Yusha Gilmore in the game. And Miles with a nice look inside.
Well, those 2 players present the most difficulty for Notre Dame. Yusha Gilmore and Linda Miles, both similar style players, 6'1" slashers, very athletic. They present a tough match defensively.
We see Yusha Gilmore out front on the defense, and the 3 by Ivy is no good, and the rebound for Danielle Green. Now this is Seaman. Terrific hands by Pointer.
You can't make the mistake of putting the ball on the floor around Natasha Pointer. Her hands incredibly quick. And this is a Rutgers defense that will collapse. As soon as you put the ball on the floor, they smell blood. Everybody uptight. Pointer gets a hand on it, and Seaman is in big trouble.
And the possession arrow gives it to the Irish. The jump hook by Riley is up and in. A 15-4 run for the Fighting Irish, and they're in front 24-20.
That's twice off inbound passes where before the defense can react, Notre Dame makes that quick entry pass. And before you can react, boom, you're scored on.
It's amazing. You get your offense going, and it brings a little bit more bounce to your step on the defensive end.
That's right.
Reminds me of your days playing with Providence. And finally, we get a trade from the outside. Tamora Young has 6 points trying to bring the Scarlet Knights back. We got a 1-point ball game. And Ivy for 3. And this is Pointer. A lead for Yusha Gilmore. And Rutgers regains the lead. 25-24. Gilmore's first bucket has 2.
Great point guards get their head up immediately, and Natasha Pointer does it as well as anyone.
Riley in the post. Rebound, Linda Miles. This is Tamora Young. It counts and a foul. Tamora Young with dribble penetration. Wow, is she fun to watch. Taking it to the rack and getting the roll.
Well, she just drained a 3, and she shows you a little bit of versatility. Muffet here wants a 20, so she senses the momentum switching all to the red and white.
This game heating up. 5 basket every possession.
Well, look at this. Off fast break points. Notre Dame, who's 9th in the country in scoring, 0 from the fast break situation. Rutgers already 10. And here's what's happened. Rutgers is starting to play a smaller, quicker lineup. You're seeing Gilmore and Miles on the floor as opposed to Sutton Brown. And they're the ones attacking in transition. This is a good lineup right now for Vivian Stringer.
Well, it's a terrific assessment, Doris, that Rutgers has managed to bounce back with Sutton Brown on the bench. And they're doing it with a quick attacking lineup defensively.
Exactly.
Let's see how Notre Dame can deal with this defense. Shot clock at 15. Scarlet Knights just really digging in the steal by Pointer, and we get a whistle.
Wow. I can't see this being a foul. It might be a strip, and Dennis DeMeo is going to go over and get the officials conferring. And Muffet is hoping it will stay Notre Dame ball. But check, this is a little run and jump defense that Rutgers is throwing, and that bingo, that's all it is.
Boy, she's something, that Tasha Pointer.
Oh, she knew she had a bucket on the other end. That's what she was looking at.
5'6" sophomore from Whitney Young High School in Chicago, Illinois, and she's got terrific hands. Quick as a cat out there. Shot clock at 10. And the turnover by Notre Dame. That's outstanding defense by Rutgers.
Well, as you said, when you start to score, the defense picks up intensity-wise. Sutton Brown is on the bench, and they have built this lead without her.
Well, this game is heating up, Doris, just like we anticipated at the top. 28-24 for the Knights.
Just took a good 6 or 7 minutes for these players to get into the flow.
Notre Dame hurting themselves with turnovers, but that's directly attributable to the Rutgers defense. And they'll get another possession. So the ball's starting to bounce for them as well. And now we'll see how they do defensively with Tammy Sutton-Brown coming back into the game, replacing Dana Bonin, who didn't score, but Dana Bonin did a good job of anchoring their defense.
Well, she was solid, and now Sutton-Brown, she can just look to be solid. Allow Gilmore, Pointer, and Miles to dictate the flow.
It's a real good substitution, Doris, bringing Gilmore into the game. I think she has brought that passion that Vivian Stringer wants defensively.
Well, we anticipated her starting, but Vivian looking to go with size with Bonin and Sutton-Brown.
And the ball out of bounds. And that's a frustrating situation for Tammy Sutton-Brown because she knows if she could have made the catch, she would have had a dunk or a layup.
I think Vivian doesn't. You've got to get the ball. You've got to know your personnel. Can Sutton-Brown come up with that pass? Maybe not.
And the three from the right side is good for Notre Dame. Sharisha Hills, the 5'8" freshman from Tampa, her first bucket, has 3. We got a 1-point ball game. Rutgers trying to get an entry pass into the post, and they force the pass as we see Jonetta Stewart set the check back in. And we get a timeout. Wow, this game is really starting to heat up. 3 minutes, 37 seconds.
A tremendous upside as you take a look at some three-point field goals. Both clubs at 50%, but Notre Dame taking a lot more shots from beyond the arc.
Irish looking to bounce back and take the lead, and they seem to have found their rhythm after a difficult start.
Well, this is a little 2-3 look that Rutgers likes to trap out of.
This is Kelly Seaman.
No shot.
And we get a foul on Rutgers. The Irish perhaps get a little bit of a break because that could have been an extra step.
Yeah, it looked like Seaman might have picked up the pivot foot. Might have been the bump that made her do so. As you take a look at fast break points, Rutgers 11-0.
And that's the second foul on Linda Miles. Each club with 5 team fouls. And now we get a traveling violation. And now Dana Bonin's going to check back in for the Scarlet Knights, replacing Linda Miles, who did a good job trying to jumpstart the Scarlet Knights off the bench.
Yeah, she brought a lot of energy to the floor, particularly on the defensive side. I mean, these are some talented basketball players in terms of offense for Rutgers, but they've all bought into Vivian Stringer's defensive philosophy. It all starts on that end.
Let's try to get Jonetta Stewart into the offense here as they work the ball around the perimeter. Shot clock at 12.
Good catch by Shy. She's running the baseline.
And they try to make the entry pass. That's real good post defense by Notre Dame.
Well, when Rutgers has been successful, Ted, they've gotten the ball in the foul line area. They've attacked the zone, and because this zone opens up so much, that's where you need to go.
Oh, unbelievable play by Tasha Pointer off the backside of the Notre Dame defender, and she gets the layup. Wow.
That's a lot of sitting. You try that on the playground.
And the deep rebound for Tamora Young. And we get a whistle and a foul. We got to see that play again. That was just spectacular.
Pointer, the sophomore out of Chicago. You ask for it, you get it. Riley not even looking, and yes, indeed. Take that, 6'5" center.
Wow. You see that in summer basketball in the playgrounds. You don't normally see it in a Big East Conference game between two nationally ranked teams. And Rutgers unable to connect with the post pass. Wow, that's about as fun a play as you'll see in college basketball.
He's one of the savviest point guards that we've had the pleasure to watch. Can handle it, can break you down off the dribble.
And Notre Dame trying to get back. Down by 3 as we approach 2 minutes remaining in the half. Kelly Seaman. And the rebound. Who else? Tasha Pointer starting to take this game over. This is Young with it.
Well, the big lineup for Rutgers, 6'4" Dana Bonin and 6'4" Sutton Brown.
Nice entry pass into the post. And Tammy Sutton Brown connects, and Rutgers their biggest lead at 5. Tammy Sutton Brown with 6 points.
Well, they had those twin centers on the double low block, so pick who are you going to guard.
And now we see Julie Henderson checking back in, replacing Kelly Seaman, and Notre Dame looking to get Julie involved and perhaps get their defense rolling a little bit. Irish are trailing by 5 here as Rutgers has really been the aggressor defensively. The runner by Danielle Green won't go. Rebound for Tamora Young. Terrific job to hold her dribble. And now this is Pointer.
Great job protecting the basketball.
Young for 3. She hits. Tamora Young with the 3. And Rutgers an 8-point lead with a minute 12 remaining. 12 points for Tamora Young. And this place is going crazy. Minute straight up to play, and 15 on the shot clock for the Irish. And the steal by Tamora with 48 seconds remaining. And Notre Dame needs a 20-second timeout as this place just erupts.
Tamora Young, you talk about senior guards in college basketball. And there's nothing like them. They're like a gift from heaven. Tamora Young had struggled early in the year because of a knee injury. And she is back in late season form. She's doing it on both ends. Natasha Pointer, yes, she knew it, spotted up, got her feet set, and she drained it. And then on the defensive side of things, watch her step in the passing lane, trying to go to Danielle Green. She read it all the way. She baited the pass, and she finished from nearby Red Bank, New Jersey. Says, yes, let's raise the roof, folks.
Rutgers on a run of 9 straight points over the last 3 minutes, and they've got their biggest lead at 10. As Notre Dame trying to stop the bleeding in the steal by Pointer, but this time a foul is called. Wow, are they overplaying defensively?
Well, and that's not a bad foul because that only puts them at team foul number 6 with 37. So it's aggressive and it doesn't cost you a one-on-one foul shooting situation. So Vivian not too upset about that as long as you don't commit another one here.
A fresh 30 on the shot clock, 37.3 in the game, and Notre Dame's going to run it down. No, they do take the quick shot. And a battle in the lane.
And that's your freshman, Sharisha Hill, shooting that shot. If you're Muffet, maybe you wanted to get one look and run the clock down, but the freshman saw the opening and she tries to bang it.
I was surprised they took that shot, Doris, because now you got a chance to go down by 12 or more here.
Exactly right, Ted. When you're on the road in conference, if you can get in under 10, you're happy. Now, as you said, Rutgers with a great opportunity to add on here.
Irish really need to stop here so they can go off trailing by 10 as opposed to 12 or more.
Well, you hated to use that 20 if you're Muffet. You had to use it at 45 to stop the bleeding.
This is Pointer. Now Stewart out front. Stewart into the post. This is Tammy, and she gets free and puts it in. And that's the end of the first half. What an explosion by Rutgers. 8 points for Tammy Sutton-Brown. And Rutgers finishing the half with 11 consecutive points. And this place is alive, Doris Burke.
Well, the defense spurs it on. And I think the key for Rutgers in this first half was when they went to that smaller lineup, Ted. They put Yusha Gilmore and Linda Miles on the floor. Those two kids are very... Natasha Pointer, 7 assists. And she gave a lot of those points. The 14 points that Young had were attributable to the passing of Natasha.
And immediately they throw it away. This is Pointer with the stutter step. And Riley did a good job to get back into play. What does Notre Dame need to do to get back in this thing?
Well, first and foremost, settle down a little bit. Look to run your sets offensively. It's been a long time since they've had to execute.
Now Young for 3. And Tammy Sutton-Brown getting to that loose ball. This is Stewart. Rebound for Bowden.
Now Dennis DeMeo going to wave it off. It's a real solid call. Dana Bonin most certainly came over the bat. We will get a look. The penetration, Shaw with a shot, with a tough shot, but Bonin comes right over the top of Danielle Green.
Veteran officiating crew assigned here by the Big East Conference, and the Irish find Sheila McMillan. And a rebound for Tammy Sutton-Brown. And they begin with the same lineup that started the game. Sutton-Brown and Dana Bonin getting the chance to play that double post, particularly on the defensive end.
And that helps you with rebounding, Ted. You knew coming in Notre Dame out rebounding teams by 11. You need to compete on the glass, and Rutgers has done that.
Now the Irish looking to extend on this defense, and they do a good job of forcing a turnover there. A 12-point lead as we play just over a minute here at the Lewis Brown Athletic Center, but the Rutgers fans refer to it as the Rack. A men's-women's doubleheader here. Boston College men in town tonight to take on the Scarlet Knights. Kelly Seaman unable to connect. This is Riley, and Riley draws the foul.
Well, they did a pretty good job forcing Ruth Riley into a tough shot the first time around. but then they gave up the weak side blast to Kelly Seaman. The double team, she's getting lots of attention, but you can't forget about the other post player, Kelly Seaman. She doesn't get it, but it affords Riley another opportunity. 3 looks, and eventually you get the trip to the foul line.
And Ruth makes the first free throw good as Linda Miles checks back in the ball game for the Scarlet Knights. She will replace Dana Bonin. And you talked about Kelly Seaman. I mean, I would think that Kelly has got to get a couple of shots to drop in order to force the defense to come out and guard her, which subsequently is going to open up the post area for Ruth Riley.
Exactly right. They're not paying Kelly Seaman any attention. They're looking to double Riley every time she gets it. Seaman's got to step up and score.
And Riley with 8, and the ball is loose, and the Irish have it. This is Ivy. And Ivy connects off the turnover, and the Irish are down by just 8.
Well, all of a sudden, you give good, you get good. It's been the defensive Rutgers that built the lead. Now, all of a sudden, Notre Dame trying to climb back in it with some defense.
And Vivian Stringer up and telling her club simply to calm down and run the offense. This is Stewart. Now Miles.
This is just a 2-3 zone from Notre Dame.
Emmy Sutton-Brown posting up. Rebound Kelly Seaman for the Irish. Rutgers fans wanting a foul. McMillan for 3. She drains the tray from the corner. Sheila McMillan with 4 trays has 12 points, and the Irish are down by just 5. And Vivian Stringer wants a 20-second timeout. Vivian not at all happy with the way her club has begun this second half.
Well, all year long, Rutgers has had trouble maintaining leads. They're a tremendously athletic, explosive club. They exploded at the end of the first half, but you had to come out of the locker room ready to play, especially against the number 6 ranked team in the country, who's a solid basketball team. And Sheila McMillan is 4 of 6 from behind the arc. Shawnetta Stewart nowhere near McMillan when she lets it fly. You've got to respect McMillan out there and make sure you are aware of where she is. She finds the open spot and drains it.
She is just so good at spotting up for deep shots. She's 4 out of 7 from 3-point range, and let's see what Rutgers is able to do offensively here, as they have yet to score, and we've played over 2 minutes here of the second 20 minutes.
Well, they substituted early with Linda Miles. It would be good to get Gilmore back in. As you see, Rutgers outscored 7-zip in just 2 minutes, 15 seconds.
Now they get it into the post, and Tammy Sutton-Brown getting it done, has 10 points. First bucket for the Scarlet Knights here in the second half. Now let's see what they do in the defense. This is Ivy. She finds Riley for the lefty jump hook, and that's her shot, but she can't get the roll. And Rutgers able to get the defensive board. Pointer dribble penetrating. Finds Miles, and Miles is fouled.
It's one of the few times Ruth Riley has had an opportunity to be isolated on the post, but still couldn't come away with it.
Foul on Danielle Green. That's her second, and the second of the team. As the shot clock resets, they get into the post. Now 2-man game. Off now for Linda Miles, and she connects. That's a terrific look by Tammy Sutton-Brown on the inside.
No one near athletic enough in the post right now to check Linda Miles.
McMillan, another open look. This time it's no good, and Pointer with the deep rebound. That was her shot right there. It just did not drop. Pointer running the offense. This is Shawnetta Stewart out front.
Well, again, this is the extended 2-3. Get to that foul line area and attack the high-low situation.
You're right, Doris. Rutgers does not have the same kind of movement. But they're looking to post up Sutton-Brown, and she misses, and then she's over the back on Ruth Riley. But that was a pretty good set that time, and Sutton-Brown committing the foul in frustration.
And that's number 3. And so she's got a tendency to get herself in foul trouble. She used the drop step. Riley made it a tough shot, and then the frustration foul.
Nice look inside. Ruth Riley puts it in.
Well, Ruth Riley can run the floor, and at 6'5", if she beats Sutton-Brown, she's going to get wide open looks.
That's 10 points for Ruth. The Irish back to within 7 as we approach 16 minutes remaining here in the game. Sutton-Brown trying to make that high-low pass, and it goes out of bounds. And we get a timeout coming up. Is it a 20-second timeout? No, it's a full timeout. So we will take 4-4-5-2-7-6-6.
That should be an outstanding tournament. 4 teams in the top 25.
both of these clubs were watching Dorisburg have a legitimate shot to win it. I know the conventional wisdom is always Connecticut. I really believe that one of these two teams is going to win it.
I'll tell you what, it's been a long time in the Big East since there's been a huge game of this kind of proportion without Connecticut having been involved, and that speaks volumes to where the conference is going.
That certainly is a boost to the Big East Conference, is it not?
You know, given the fact that, you know, Connecticut has been a perennial top 3 team in the country. Gino does an outstanding job.
And we get a whistle.
Wow, we might get an illegal screen here by Niele Ivey. And that's so the quick hits Muffet was getting in the first half off the inbound pass. No,
it's going against Rutgers.
Wow.
It is a foul on Shanetta Stewart. I thought it was going to go against Ivey. Now McMillan for 3. And the rebound, Riley. And the ball is loose. Terrific hands by Ivey. McMillan in the lane might have got away with a step. Rutgers fans yelling and screaming. This is Ivey with the shot. And we got a 3-second violation. No, we got a foul.
Yeah, going to call a charge on Niele Ivey.
Wow, that was a wild exchange. It really was. Ivey gets the foul. That's her 3rd and the 4th on the team.
Well, Tamora Young defending, and Young all over it. She thought Ivey used that right hand, the weak hand, to push off, and the official agreed.
Rutgers with possession, and they're up by 7 as we approach 15 minutes remaining here in this game at Piscataway, New Jersey. This is Pointer directing traffic. Now Stewart for 3. And the rebound, Brown. And it'll be out of bounds. It'll be Notre Dame basketball. So Tammy Sutton-Brown getting a little bit frustrated here in the second half.
Well, aggressively going to the glass right there. Just couldn't come down with it.
Notre Dame needs a bucket on this possession. Kelly Seaman with it. Seaman wants. And she's called to move on the pivot foot. So the Irish have had 2 consecutive possessions to reduce the deficit to 5, and they've turned it over.
Well, Seaman's your X factor if you're Muffet McGraw. She's a real steady player, but Rutgers wants to make her step up and hit shots. And thus far, she hasn't been able to do it, commits the turnover there.
This is Tasha Pointer, 1998 Big East Conference Rookie of the Year, 14th in the nation in assists. 5 games with 10 or more assists. She does a marvelous job running her club. It works so well with Tamora Young, who had such an outstanding first half. This is Young looking to get off. Now Linda Miles.
That's a travel. Yes, indeed.
And a traveling violation on Linda Miles. So again, sort of similar to what we watched in the first half, Doris. Both clubs a little bit tenuous to begin play here in this second half, and each club plagued with turnovers.
Well, the tendency in big games is to press, Ted, and when you press, you don't play well, and we're seeing that with Rutgers right now.
Irish looking to take advantage of that turnover with a good look here. This is Kelly Seaman trying to get a look off. Riley does a terrific job to catch up to an errant pass. Now McMillan, she hits. Sheila McMillan with another 3.
That's 5 trays this afternoon for the senior guard. Tamora Young a little bit frustrated. She shook her head.
15 points for Sheila McMillan, and the Irish are down by only 4 points with under 14 minutes remaining. This is Stewart has to come back out with it.
Shot clock at 10 now.
Rutgers has got to get a shot. It's at 5. This is Pointer in the lane. Now Stewart. Rebound, Kelly Seaman, stolen by Pointer. Wow.
You better be aware of Natasha Pointer's anywhere around the basketball. Great hands. Her bench appreciates it.
8 points for Natasha Pointer, and Rutgers back up by 6, and the steal by Tamora Young. Does a good job to corral a loose ball, and now Rutgers will run offense. This Rutgers backcourt just marvelous to watch.
Tremendous tandem.
They play so well together, Doris. Really seem to anticipate each other's moves. They're fun. This is Linda Miles. Now Pointer with 7 on the shot clock. Shot clock at 3. This is Pointer. And a terrific job to grab that loose ball for Danielle Green. McMillan again for 3. She misses this time, and Ruth Riley with a big board, and she was pushed. Or they're calling A traveling violation. I thought that Ruth Riley was pushed out of bounds along the baseline.
Yeah, it really looked like there was some contact, and that's why there was some hesitation there with the officials. And I think Muffet would tend to agree with you, Ted. Here's the look, and there's the bump by Pointer, which really forces the turnover. Good call. Put on that striped jersey, Mr. Sarandis.
Well, I'm enjoying sitting here next to you.
You must have been a post player.
Game is a lot easier sitting next to you here, Doris. These guys do a good job, but Rutgers got a break on that one. Now Young looking for a first bucket and a half, and she hits.
She had a lot of big shots in the first half. So tough off the dribble. Gets great elevation on her jump shot.
16 points for Tamora Young, the 5'10 senior out of nearby Red Bank, New Jersey. And now we see Julie Henderson in the game. This is McMillan. And somehow, who else but Tasha Pointer getting in the lane and grabbing another loose ball. Wow, she's grabbed more loose balls today, Doris, than anybody on the floor.
She had 7 assists, 1 turnover in the first half. Now she's starting to contribute on the glass.
Rutgers looking to go up by 10 or more now as they have regained control of the ball game. Tasha Pointer. And surprising here that Notre Dame isn't looking to extend off that defense. Not pocket 3. And getting the roll is Linda Miles. That's the shooter's roll.
Now 3 straight possessions where they go under 10 on the shot clock and no panic at all in Rutgers. They look to break it down and then kick it to the open player.
The kind of roll that you got when you were playing at Providence College, Doris. You always got that roll. Ivy misses. That's a quick shot. That's not the shot Muffet McGraw wanted. And a transition opportunity. This is Pointer looking to break the defense down, and she draws the foul. Pointer is so good at breaking you down off the dribble, and Tammy Sutton-Brown made that play with a very good outlet pass.
Well, if you're going to run in transition, you better get the defensive backboards under control, and it was Sutton-Brown's rebound that allowed that to happen. But check out Natasha. She just breaks, and so proficient at drawing the contact and avoiding the charge. Just put a body on, lean in a little bit if the defense isn't in great position, and she is a master.
And the foul on Sheila McMillan. That's her first and the third on the team. And Tasha Pointer connects at the stripe. She's just under 70% from the free throw line. Last game, 7 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists in 29 minutes. She has 151 assists and 97 turnovers on the year. And she leads the club in minutes played, just under 34. And she connects at the free throw stripe, has 10 points in the game. And we get a timeout with just under 11 minutes to play in the ball game. And Rutgers has a 12-point lead. We're back after this. In the second half, and Doris, we've talked throughout about Sutton-Brown, Rutgers, and Ruth Riley for Notre Dame, and let's take a look.
Yeah, the comparison of the pivot spot, both capable players, 10 points apiece. Riley, of course, 9 boards already. She leads the conference, but pretty good effort by both so far.
I'd have to call that one a draw.
Yeah.
And the other people really have been the keys, and that's been the Rutgers backcourt. Another transition opportunity. Sheila McMillan with the terrific steal. That's just outstanding anticipation by Sheila McMillan. And that was a huge possession because Rutgers could have gone up by 14. And let's see if the Irish can close to within 10 or less.
Tamora Young really forcing the issue there. You have the lead, make a smart pass.
Notre Dame looking to get a good shot here. And they do get a good look, scoring and a foul. Julie Henderson, the 6'3" junior from Ann Arbor, Michigan. She averages just under 2 points per game, and she gets a huge bucket for the Irish here, Doris.
Well, her minutes in conference have gone up because she started to contribute in little ways like this. Little post-up, isolated, because Riley's going to draw attention on the other side, and she makes you pay and gets a bucket, and Muffet will most certainly take it.
Only 12 minutes in their last game against Villanova, but she did have 7 rebounds, but no points.
You see Jolette Law, the assistant for Rutgers, a one-time Globetrotter.
And the follow is good by Danielle Green. And suddenly we have an 8-point game. What a huge swing for Notre Dame, because in the last possession, Rutgers, if they scored, could have gone up by 14.
And the costly turnover inevitably leads to 4 Dame points.
We got ourselves a ball game here as you look at Tamora Young. Now Shawnetta Stewart. Now they into a high post and a shot clock at 6. This is Pointer. Now Miles. And Miles gets the roll, but once again, Tasha Pointer makes the play.
And once again, 4 straight possessions where you shot clock under 10.
McMillan for 3. A terrific hustle there by Danielle Green, but she couldn't contain herself and called for travel.
Yeah, nice job. You called it the tandem of Tamora Young and Natasha Pointer on both ends of the floor. They recognize Moffitt's player in a little bit of trouble, so they double on the sideline, basically a triple team. And I think Muffet was looking for the contact foul once again, similar to the Riley play just moments ago.
And a 20-second timeout by Rutgers head coach Vivian Stringer, and we see Kelly Seaman back in the game for the Irish, and she has yet to score in this game. And Doris, we know that she is not a real high-power offensive player, averaging 5.5 points per game, but she's got to get at least a couple of buckets to drop in order to help Ruth Riley out, because Riley has been facing double teams constantly this entire game.
Well, she could become the X factor. Seaman is a better player than her numbers would indicate, I think. And it's just a matter of her getting some touches, but she's got to step up, be a little bit more aggressive, because you're right. They can double team unless she steps up.
Irish need a stop here as they're down by 10.
And check out Natasha Pointer's line. 10 points, 8 assists, almost a double-double, and 4 boards.
She has done an outstanding job running her club. This is Stewart. Stewart forced to bring it back out. Natasha Pointer with the shot clock at 9. Notre Dame forcing Rutgers to go deep into the shot clock. Let's see if they can make a stop here. Shot clock at 3. Do they get it off just there? And by Tammy Sutton-Brown. A gigantic rebound by Tammy Sutton-Brown as they forced a bad shot with a second on the shot clock, and Tammy Sutton-Brown able to bail her ball club out.
Well, it looked like the shot clock was finally going to bite Rutgers. Shy is forced to put up the off balance, but play to the whistle. Notre Dame did. Tammy Sutton-Brown did. And yeah, she's going to give a little look to Miss Riley and say, you better check me out or I'm going to rebound the ball on you.
10 points, 7 boards, 2 out of 2 from the stripe, but she misses that one. That's the one part of her game, Doris, I think that she's got to elevate. Is she's shooting just over 60% from the charity stripe, and it's amazing. Tammy Sutton-Brown, the 6'4" sophomore center from Markham, Ontario, is shooting better than 70% from the floor, but she doesn't have enough field goal attempts to qualify for the NCAA leaders.
Right, and given that kind of percentage, she's very uncomfortable, however, from 15 feet, and you see it at the foul line.
And she's got 11 points in the game, and now we see Rutgers with all-court pressure. Notre Dame breaks it with a long pass. Scored and a foul, Danielle Green.
And is that number 4? Indeed, it is on Sutton-Brown. Notre Dame elects to attack the full-court pressure over the top, and that immediately gives them numbers. And when you have numbers, you get stuff like this. Sutton-Brown steps in a little bit late. Danielle Green with the body on her.
I've been impressed with Danielle Green's play here in the second half. 5'8" senior from Roosevelt High School in Chicago, Illinois. We see Tammy Sutton-Brown going to the bench, but Danielle has given them a lot of defense and a lot of energy here in the second half. Green with 8 points and 5 rebounds, and she connects. And we have, again, an 8-point lead as Notre Dame refuses to go away. Let's see if they can get this lead down to 4 with a couple of minutes to go. And we get a steal by Ivy. Ball is loose, and Ivy able to track it down. She gets it away for Green, and Notre Dame has transition, and Linda Miles, not a smart play by Linda to foul Danielle Green so far away from the basket, and that's her 3rd foul, and Rutgers starting to get into some foul difficulty as we see Linda Miles fouling Danielle Green that far from the basket.
Well, Rutgers relies on their defense, and they can feel Notre Dame making the push, and so Vivian's club trying to turn up the pressure defensively. But this is a Notre Dame club that plays with a tremendous amount of pride. They have arrived on the scene of women's basketball, 12 consecutive weeks in the top 10, sitting at number 6. And they're not going to go away easy. Miles with 3 now.
Oh, that's a big miss. They missed the first free throw, and it's deflected out of bounds, nearly out of bounds, but Rutgers able to hang on to it. Linda Miles' 3rd personal, 17th foul, but a huge front end of a 1-on-1 miss by the Irish as we approach 8 minutes to play in the game. And Rutgers with an 8-point lead in the ball, and the Irish need a stop here. Dana Bonin, the Belgian native, missing. And a foul in the rebound action. I believe it will go against Rutgers.
They're going to get it on Danielle Green. It's going to go against Notre Dame.
Oh, it will go against Notre Dame. And we get a timeout with 8 minutes straight up.
And that is Jolette Law right there. You see the field goal percentage in this half. Notre Dame down from the first half, just 35% here in the second.
Rutgers with possession as we look at Tasha Pointer. Shawnetta Stewart with the basketball. Stewart out of Philadelphia. For Dana Bonin, now Pointer with it.
And now you're looking at a little jump defense here. So box and one, I believe, on Tamora Young.
Love those jump defenses, Doris. And Ivy picking Tasha Pointer. And they go to the possession arrow, so it will be Rutgers basketball with 2 seconds on the shot clock, and Pointer's going to have to make a quick pass for a shot. Let's see what Notre Dame does defensively. This is Young. And the rebound for Danielle Green, and we get a whistle.
Now, mind you, Danielle Green is 5'8", but tremendous hops. And she's operating inside against 6'4" Dana Bonin. Or 6'5", actually, and yet Danielle Green, the one to step away with the basketball.
Well, she really plays so much bigger, Doris, than her 5'8" frame would indicate. She really can jump out of the gym. But the Irish have had a little bit of difficulty at the stripe here, so let's see how Danielle Green does. 18 foul as Bonin picks up her second personal, and the lefty makes the first one good. She's 78% from the stripe. Notre Dame has a team very, very strong from the free throw line, Doris. They're better than 74%. Rutgers shooting just under 68% from the charity stripe, and the second one is around the rim and in.
Yeah, she's 3 of 4 from the line today. Green quietly contributing in different ways.
11 points for Danielle Green, and we have a 2-possession game. And Rutgers a 6-point advantage as we approach 7 minutes remaining here in the ballgame. This is Shawnetta Stewart. Irish aggressive guarding the perimeter. Now Pointer looking to penetrate. Nice look for Dana Bonin. That Pointer again makes the play.
Yeah, that was a triangle in 2 that time. And Muffet said she didn't know if they were going to do it. So the other people who are facing the triangle have got to step up and score. They're triangling in 2, Shawnetta Stewart and Tamora Young.
Now Erica Haney able to draw a foul on Rutgers. That's the 19th foul. And we see the Rutgers coaching staff kind of frustrated with their defensive coverage on that last possession. But Shawnetta Stewart assessed with her second personal. That's the 19th foul with 6:50 remaining. And Notre Dame with a chance to creep closer as Erica Haney shoots it at 66% from the line. Player of the year last year in the city of Toledo, and she misses the front end.
Well, you like aggression, Ted, but you want them to be smart with their aggressiveness.
That's a huge miss. And Rutgers has it up by 8. Tasha Pointer. Wow, has she been fun to watch with the ball. This is Linda Miles for the Scarlet Knights. But the Irish doing a very good job of forcing the Scarlet Knights to go deep into the shot clock. Now Pointer dribble penetrates, makes the play for Bonin, and Bonin draws the foul. Once again, we see Tasha Pointer with dribble penetration, drawing the defense to her, and doing a terrific job of finding a post player inside.
Well, this is the triangle in 2. So Sheila McMillan and Haney and Riley are in the triangle, and Bonin steps to the hole. And I don't care what defense you're facing. When a point guard gets into the heart of the defense like that, it's just so tough to guard. And Bonin has been the beneficiary twice now.
Tasha Pointer breaking the defense down off the dribble. And the Belgian native to the stripe, and she connects. Dana Bonin, 6'5" sophomore from Ghent, Belgium. She's played in 21 games. She averages just 7 minutes per game, and she played just 4 minutes, Doris, in their last game against Miami. Averages just better than 2 points per ball game, but the move to start her today appears to have paid dividends. And she makes the second one good to give Rutgers a 10-point lead. That's 4 points for Dana Bonin. This is Danielle Green. And the rebound, Bonin slapped it loose. And Tamora Young was out of bounds on the end line, so the ball will go back to the Fighting Irish with 6:13 remaining, and the Irish need a score here.
And Danielle Green made that play. She kept it alive, and it ended up going off of Rutgers.
This is Kelly Seaman. Loose, still loose. And Tasha Pointer tied up for a jump ball. And they go to the possession arrow. It will be Notre Dame basketball with 25 of the shot clock, 6:08 to go in the game. And a 58-48 Rutgers advantage over Notre Dame. This is Ivy set to inbound right base. Sheila McMillan. For Seaman, who lost it out of bounds. That's a huge turnover.
Well, McMillan not known for dribble penetration, and she tries to wrap around to Seaman. Seaman can't come up with it, and Muffet knows they really could have used that, because when you start to approach the 5-minute mark, you want the margin of differential to be under 10 if possible.
Notre Dame has been unable to free McMillan up for three-point looks in this second half, Doris. As we see Rutgers really running shot clock here. Shot clock at 10. This is Pointer out front. Pointer dribble penetrates, takes it to the rack, and draws the foul. Tasha Pointer again with dribble penetration, breaking the defense down.
I tell you, she is a defender's nightmare. Look, Sheila McMillan does not have. She uses the cross, goes right by McMillan. No choice but to put the body on. Very nearly a three-point play. And that's a tough task for the senior guard. You can step off Pointer if you're McMillan, because she's not a tremendous shooter. And if you step up, she's going to go by you.
And we've got a delay. Ruth Riley going to the Notre Dame bench. Apparently she must have been cut. So she's forced to go out. Let's see if we can get a look at Ruth down at the end of the Notre Dame bench as she's being worked on by the trainer. And she has to leave with some sort of a apparent cut. As soon as you're cut in college basketball, you got to go out. And Pointer drills the first free throw. She has been just outstanding, breaking people down off the dribble here, Doris. 11 points, 9 assists, 4 rebounds, and perfect at the free throw line. And she gets the roll there, 4 out of 4. And that's a huge play for Tasha. 12-point lead for Rutgers as we approach 5.5 remaining here in the game. Now Green, dribble penetrates, can't get the roll. Rebound Green, shot blocked by Bonin. Picked off by Bonin. Tied up, and now Bonin throwing elbows. And we got a whistle.
I think you made a great point, the last Rutgers possession. Bonin's been outstanding all day, and you got to credit the Rutgers coaching staff. One of the things you got to know is your personnel and when they might be effective. Here's the miss, but watch Bonin. She's going to stick with it. Didn't get the board, but she plays defense. And this Rutgers staff saw something. In this Notre Dame club, Vivian Stringer saw something along with Larry Lawler, Jolette Law, Betsy Yankum, the assistants, that made Bonin effective. She's been outstanding off the, actually I was going to say off the bench, but she was inserted into the lineup.
Well, she basically has been a bench player her whole season this year. She connects at the line. The foul on Julie Henderson, that's her first, and that's the 8th team foul on Notre Dame. But Dana Bonin, particularly in this half, coming up big with Tammy Sutton-Brown on the bench. Who would have believed it?
In a lot of little different ways. Defensively, trying to get the board. She's a space eater at 6'5".
And she connects at the line. And do you believe it? A 14-point lead for Rutgers with Tammy Sutton-Brown on the bench. And the Irish now got to start to think about some three-point looks. They've been unable to free up Sheila McMillan from 3. Now Danielle Green will try it. It's no good, and the rebound grab there by Miles. That's a foul on Danielle Green.
You know, Green has just come into this ballgame. She's only 2 of 7 from behind the arc on the year. Just a junior, sat out all of 1 year with a torn ACL, and not a good shot.
That's the 4th foul on Danielle Green, and we get a timeout with 5 minutes and 4 seconds remaining in the game, and it's 5 minutes remaining in our ball game. And the Scarlet Knights of Rutgers have opened up a 14-point lead at 62-48.
And Ruth Riley would like nothing better than to get involved here late, get her isolated, maybe get her some looks that she hasn't been able to get to. The field goals this half. Both teams with 7. Notre Dame getting more looks, but not coming away with more buckets.
And I think most importantly, Doris, we have not seen Sheila McMillan been able to get the same sort of looks here in this second half. I think it's a very, very good adjustment from Vivian Stringer and her staff. As we see Linda Miles connect at the line, that's 13 points for her. And Rutgers, their biggest lead now at 16, and the Irish have got some work to do. Yeah,
we talked about the adjustments Notre Dame was going to have to make at the half, but how about the adjustments with the lead that Vivian made? Don't let McMillan get shots.
Well, again, we talked at the top as we see the foul on the inside on Rutgers. This game features two of the outstanding coaches in the country, in Muffet McGraw of Notre Dame and Vivian Stringer of Rutgers, as we take another look.
And they get Riley in the high-low situation despite the double team. She's a great target with those nice long arms.
That's the fourth foul on Linda Miles, 10th team foul, so 2 shots for Riley, and she makes the first one good. She hasn't really had a ton of help in this game, particularly in the second half. And she connects. She's 4 out of 6 from the stripe. She pulls Notre Dame to within 14. That's 12 points for Ruth Riley. And now we see some three-quarter court trapping defense from the Irish.
Good call, a little 2-2-1, and they'll look to cover the middle of the floor.
Miles does a good job to get it back out deep for Tasha Pointer, who has been sensational running the club. Nice look inside, and Tasha Pointer with a spectacular pass.
That's just a breakdown defensively, quite obviously. No one near Linda Miles, and Pointer, she'll find you.
10 assists for Tasha Pointer, and it's Rutgers by 16. This is Ivy for 3. It's no good in the rebound for Linda Miles, who has brought so much energy to this Rutgers club. Vivian Stringer using 8 players today. We have not seen Davlin Cunningham in the game, but I think it's because Linda Miles has done such a solid job. Got a brief look at Coco Eggleston in that first half. This is Tasha Pointer in the lane.
Oh my goodness.
Spectacular play by Tasha Pointer. Taking it to the rack with the playground move and a foul.
When you grow up in the Windy City, you don't shoot a lot of jump shots, but you do a lot of this. You penetrate to the hole and check it out. It doesn't get much better. The spin, go by Ivy, go by Riley, go by Haney. He says, yes, I can dig it.
That's what college basketball is all about. Tasha Pointer misses the front end, but Bonin gets the rebound. Tasha with 14 points, 10 assists, 4 rebounds, and she just missed her first free throw, but Dana Bonin with the big rebound.
Now you got to look to trap. Everybody from Notre Dame, look to trap, step into passing lanes, because you got to make something happen.
18-point lead for Rutgers. Tasha Pointer again, dribble penetrator. Now Bonin. It's knocked away, but we get a foul on Notre Dame.
Well, Rutgers getting some nice production from Dana Bonin. And if she continues to contribute in this fashion, as you see, the points in the paint, Bonin contributing that.
Just gigantic. 34-13. And who would have believed Dana Bonin would be such a factor in this game? Doris, Dana comes in averaging just 7 minutes per contest. But Vivian Stringer made the adjustment. We wondered about it at the top. And here she is having a monster performance with 7 points, perfect from the stripe, 5 out of 5, and 6 rebounds, and outstanding post defense.
Yeah, let's remember that this is a Rutgers club that lost their starting center, Jen Clemente, about 6 games into the season. Some medical difficulties. Your depth affected. Well, hello, Miss Bonin. Add to that depth.
She played just 4 minutes and went scoreless the other night against Miami. McMillan for 3. And she hits the 3. That's her first open look of the half. And she drains that tray, and now we have a whistle of a foul.
Looked like Shawnetta Stewart might have kicked that ball a little bit. She couldn't believe it.
And with 3:01 to play in the game, a 17-point advantage for Rutgers. Sheila McMillan with 18 points. But the foul on Notre Dame's Erica Haney, her second, and each club now in the double bonus situation. So each club will shoot 2 shots the rest of the way. And Tasha Pointer continues her sensational afternoon. Free throw is missed, and the rebound for Ruth Riley. This is Mielle Ivy for Notre Dame. Now the three from the left side is overshot by Jerusha Hills. And Dana Bonin getting it done on the defensive board. As this place explodes in anticipation of Rutgers ending Notre Dame's 11-game winning streak. This is Tamora Young off the dribble. And it's out of bounds. It'll be Rutgers ball with 9 on the shot clock in 2 minutes and 28 seconds remaining on the game clock.
This was a hungry Rutgers club. Let's remember they had an opportunity against an injury-depleted Connecticut a couple of weeks ago here at home.
And Stewart with the follow. Shawnetta Stewart with 6 points. And when your leading scorer has just 6 points, and you're leading one of the top teams in the country by 20, you know it's been a classic team effort. Notre Dame coming in at number 6 in both polls, and the Irish have hit a wall over the last 7 minutes of this game, and we know, Doris, that the most important physical attribute in the game of basketball at any level is legs. And I have to think that being at the airport from 1:30 on yesterday afternoon really was a factor. Not to make an excuse, not to take anything away from Rutgers, but the Irish have not had fresh legs at all in the second half.
Well, they haven't gotten in their transition, and credit some of that to legs and credit some of that to some quality coaching and an outstanding effort by Rutgers to stop that transition game.
No question about it. And now the run and jump defense, and Stewart gets in the passing lanes and makes the steal. Backcourt for Miles. Sends it in. This one's over. That's the exclamation point. Shawnetta Stewart with the steal, and the feed to Linda Miles, and now Tamora Young nearly coming right over the table at us. As this Rutgers team, no question, they feed off the noise level here in this building, and we see Stewart with the steal and the transition opportunity.
Notre Dame came in as the team with the rep for transition, but it's been all Miles, Pointer, Shy, Young, getting up and down the floor.
And now some substitutions. As we see Tamora Young and Shawnetta Stewart going to the bench. And you know what has amazed me, Doris Burke, as Rutgers broke this game open with Tammy Sutton-Brown on the bench.
No question. The first half, they went with Gilmore and Miles. And that was when they pulled away.
And here in the second, they did it with Dana Bonin playing the post. Very, very impressive team effort for the Scarlet Knights. And we get a foul as Ivy penetrates along the baseline. We get a look at Rachel Piezinski getting an opportunity. She was a DNP in their most recent game. She averages just over 7 minutes per game. She's played in 16 games, 3 starts. She's a 5'6" senior from Bishop O'Reilly High School in Kingston, Pennsylvania. Wears number 22. And she commits the foul there, and it'll send Mielle Ivy to the stripe, but Ivy connects from the line. And now emptying the bench for Vivian Stringer as we see Linda Miles and Dana Bonin come out. And we see Christina Fowler getting an opportunity to check in. The 5'9" freshman from Hackettstown, New Jersey. Along with Latana Lillard, 5'10" junior from Danville High School in Danville, Illinois. 75-55 our score, with Rutgers in front under a minute to play in the game. Davlin Cunningham getting her first opportunity to get some run, the 6-foot freshman forward from Clinton, Maryland.
So Rutgers will now go to 14-1 in conference play. They'll be all tied up in terms of number of wins with Connecticut. But Connecticut, by virtue of the tiebreaker, will remain in front, and then Notre Dame will now drop to 12-3 in conference.
And the Irish came in 4-1 against ranked foes, but that will move to 4-2. This is McMillan, unable to get a look. Shot pocket 15. McMillan unable to get the roll. That sort of typifies what Notre Dame has dealt with here in this second half. Erica Haney is fouled with 16.9 seconds remaining. And this score will not indicate the kind of game that we had, Doris. The score says 20 points as the foul assessed to Rutgers Davlin Cunningham. This has not been a 20-point game. Rutgers has broken this game open with about 4.5 minutes remaining. But this was a very, very competitive basketball game, I would say, for about 34 or 35 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, Notre Dame was down 12 at the half. They made the great push here early in the second half. But I think Muffet McGraw's club a little bit affected by the long travel day yesterday. But credit Rutgers, as you noted, this is a team win. A lot of different players contributing.
And a couple of free throws for the Fighting Irish and Erica Haney. And we're in the final 12 seconds. This is Lillard, and she is fouled with 10.7 ticks remaining. And the Scarlet Knights looking to improve, as you alluded to, Doris, to 14-1 in the Big East Conference, 11-3 at home. They will move to 22-4 overall, and the Irish will see their 11-game winning streak come to an end, and they'll drop to 12-3 in the Big East Conference, 20-3 overall, and it's just their second road loss. They came in here 10-1 on the road, and considering they've got perhaps the most difficult travel of anybody in the league coming from the Chicagoland area, I think that's impressive despite the loss. This will be just their second road loss as we're under 9 seconds to play in the game.
Yeah, they had huge wins early. UCLA, Duke, Illinois. And that vaulted them into the top 10.
This is McMillan at the buzzer, and this basketball game is over, and Rutgers wins it 77-57. The Scarlet Knights with a spectacular performance, particularly on the defensive end, over the last 6 minutes of play, getting it done and winning by 20. And this game keyed by the outstanding performances from the Scarlet Knights backcourt. Tasha Pointer, the 5'6" sophomore from Whitney Young High School in Chicago, Illinois. And Tamara Young, her backcourt mate, the 5'10" senior from Red Bank Regional in Red Bank, New Jersey. We are back with more right after this. Please stay with us.